On my channel, Rewind That. It's your girl, Miss K. If this is your first time coming across my channel, welcome. Please be sure to subscribe if you like the vibe and hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Okay, guys, we are going to be going over The Shy, the latest episode, season 6, episode number 15, called Tower of Terror. I just finished watching it. I started watching it at like 11:30, so I was not able to go on at no daggone 12:30, but I'm still here, and I see LSW is here. What's up, girl? So yeah, listen, my thing is, look, if you show up, you show up. That's what's up. I get to see who my true night owls are. And if you catch it on the replay, that's awesome too. Okay. But I had to talk about it. I've been getting backed up with a lot of the shows, so I just have to stay on schedule. So I'm staying up for y'all. You are not seeing my face because I am in a bonnet. Okay. Child, it's time for bed. And I'm sitting on my bed. So this is what we're doing. Okay. Now, I've had super anxiety in this last few minutes of the episode, and it did not feel great at all. Okay. Um, I think that it's official. If you watched my last video that I did for episode number 14, it's official, guys, that the writers are playing games this season. I was saying that I think that they're making things very obvious, right? We kind of know or feel like we know that something's going to happen to Bakari. And I was saying, you know what? If that's the case, just kind of like lay off of it a little bit. You know what I mean? Like we get the point, okay? However, now I feel like tonight we got a confirmation of about what I was saying when I said, they might be shoving it down our throats so much trying to make us think that something is going to happen to Bakari, but it might not even happen. The fact that we almost thought that we lost that baby in Keisha, I mean, I kind of knew it was a head fake a little bit. I was like, no, it can't be. It can't be. It can't be. It can't be. That's all I kept saying. It can't be. It can't be. It can't be. And then we see Emmett going crazy. I don't want to talk about it that quick. I'm kind of going backwards. But man, I said, you know what? They out here head faking. They really are. They're out here head faking, and I think it's because a lot of people have probably been making theories in that maybe they feel like it's a little too on point, so they are trying to trick the heck out of us, y'all. So we think we might know what's gonna freaking happen, but it ain't. It's probably not gonna daggone happen. What's up, OT Lungs? Long time no see. Good to see you. Yeah, they was definitely dirty. I was like, I'm still coming down from my anxiety. I'm not gonna lie, and I can't stand being anxious. Even though this is just a show, I just hate the feeling of anxiety. Like it really, really bothers me. But all right, y'all. Let's get into this. Okay, so I want to start off by talking about Roz, how she looks very worried for Duda, and she tells him that it's too quiet, right? It makes her nervous because this time it feels different, she says. So then she tells Duda that he needs to send a message. And I'm like, girl, haven't he been sending messages? It's like, hasn't he been sending messages? Terrorizing the Shy and all that? Like, what are you talking about? But maybe what we saw in the final scene was what she was referring to. You know what I'm saying? That was like a warning shot, but it wasn't shots fired. It was a whole freaking bomb. They try to go Corleone on us. You know what I'm saying? Try to do that. But anyway, so they finally acknowledge Alonzo's death, guys. A little more in this episode than they did in last week's episode, okay? Tiff tells Rob that he can talk to her if he needs to. And Shad tells Alicia the same thing, but Alicia tells Shad that she'd rather do something about it than to talk about it. And he's like, so what is that? And she's like, oh, that's not your concern, okay? So we kind of find out later on that Rob has been not he ain't really been brought up not to talk, but it's normal for him and his mom and his family not to talk their stuff out because Tiff was trying to ask Alicia, like, can you help me get through to Rob? I need to talk to him. I want him to talk to me and open up. And she's like, that's not what he does. He's never really spoken a lot, but he stopped really speaking after me and his father got a divorce. And then he but when he does to, oh yeah, then he stopped talking. I think I said that already, sorry. She says that he basically, when he does speak, he tells the truth, so you need to listen, okay? And that was pretty much that, guys. So it is Thanksgiving in the Shy. In last week's episode, it was Halloween. Now it's Thanksgiving in the Shy now. And Rob and Tiff are hosting at their house, which Emmett was totally against, right? But anyway, he was outnumbered, okay? Now, Nuck is over at Emmett and Keisha's house, and he's playing with Ronnie. And, it's real cute and everything, right? And Keisha's smiling, looking at the father and son, doing their thing. So she decides to invite him to Thanksgiving. All right. Now, Emmett comes in and says there won't be enough room. And Keisha was like, yes, it will. So then she's like, can I talk to you for a second? So she pulls him to the side and everything. And she says, you need to cut all this out because it ain't about you. That's my son's father. So, of course, Emmett doesn't want to remind her, but Keisha says, look, I ain't see this coming either, but, it is what it is. Love you, though. Right. Yeah, it's definitely going to be Christmas next episode. It better be, like, seriously. It has to be. um, so moving on from that, y'all, just when we thought that little Damien got himself caught up that one time with old boy, we find out that he also smashed this ninja's wife. And I'm like, Damien, for a youngin', you sure have been busy, okay? Then again, you are your daddy's son, okay? But to be fair, guys, to be fair to Damien, the chick was not Keith's wife, okay? She was about to be, so he claims, okay? But to be fair to Keith now, Damien screwed his chick while he was in jail doing a bid for him. Now that's type grimy, all right? Now anyway, bottom line is, guys, that Keith wants Damien to pay him for his trouble. And I'm not feeling the storyline. I just kind of think it's stupid, to be honest. You throw in this new character and then he's got a whole problem going on. Like, we don't even really get to know him yet. Like, I know we're getting to know him, but I mean, I don't know. Let us get invested. Why not show us him and Emmett getting closer or something like that before you throw in a problem with him? Like, it's just kind of, it's everywhere. I don't like the everywhere stuff. I just don't like it. Okay, y'all. We gonna move on, okay? Now, I don't know what the heck Alicia's old school JJ done did to Shad, but this Negro talking about he think he in love, okay? Well, he thinks he loves her. He didn't say that he's in love. He loves her, okay? So, whatever. He thinks he does. So, we going to see what that love going to do, okay? What he going to do for love. All right, now. So, yes, OT said the storyline was very unnecessary. I think it is. I don't know how they're gonna tie stuff in. I mean, for me, with him kind of going to talk to Duda and getting involved like that, I could see how that could tie in. But to have this little ninja have his own little issue, like, that's a lot. Now, come on. That's just too much. And then let me just say this, because this don't have really nothing to do with much, but just a sidebar, right? Roz and her little boo thing walking in the street, or they not walking in the street, but they on the streets, and this chick pulls out the blicky and just starts shooting across the freaking street. And Roz is like, what the heck did you do that for? Signing and everything. I wish y'all could see me, because you know how I be doing. Signing and all of that. And she's like, he was following us the whole time and blah. I'm just like, so who was following Roz? Like, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess at this point, anybody could be following Roz, because Alicia, I guess has a plan. I don't know. Like for Roz to say that it's too quiet, I kind of get it, but at the same time, I don't really get it because ain't a daggone thing happening. They just stringing us the heck along while Duda is still out here living and still deleting ninjas. Okay, like come on. I'm so over it. Like it's a lot of games being played. How's this going down? Like, I'm sorry. Shout out to freaking DMX. I mean, rest in peace, my brother. So we gonna move on, guys. So then we get this corny argument between Zeke and Tatiana, which pretty much lets us know that they have some kind of freaky arrangement in their marriage, which is obviously an open one, guys. Um, Yet they're arguing about each other's lovers coming to Thanksgiving. So I guess the little boy toy that's coming to Thanksgiving dinner is what's his name? Jake? I guess, right? Because we hear that, oh, is your little boyfriend coming, your little teenager, this and that. And I'm just like, this is a hot daggone mess. Another storyline that we don't need. Okay, but whatever. Let's just continue, guys. Okay. Now, it also appears that Tatiana has a history of messing with teenage boys. Okay, according to what Zeke was saying, and Pastor Zeke is lusting after a white woman. Okay, and it don't seem like it's just for to get close to her rich daddy. Okay, she got him to sway. I'm sorry, she got him to change his mind. Okay, like the wife was like, she not coming here, and he tried to tell her that she wasn't coming in, and she surely changed his mind. Okay, all she had to do was flip the hair behind the ear and just like flip all of her lovely beautiful white blonde strands behind and just let them flow where there was no wind, and that was just that. So anyway, guys, Bakari has his manuscript sent to a publisher. Okay, but they passed on it. Of course, it's discouraging for him, but Professor Gardner reminds him that it comes with the territory, right? So you better start rewriting because they also made some little notes, right? So that was a good thing for them to actually give feedback without just saying no. You know what I mean? Yeah, he definitely loved that milk. He definitely loved it. Milk and cookies. Okay? So Bakari, we're gonna talk about him a little later, but he gets in his little discouraged mode. But then I like the fact that the professor knows how to kind of take him out of it. Like, all right, little brother, calm down, okay? You got this. You ain't got nothing but time. Like, what you doing? And Bakari's like, nothing, I guess. Like, okay, then get to work. Like, how long is this gonna take? It takes a long time, Bakari. Like, seriously, writing is no joke. Then editing is no joke. Proofreading is no joke. Like, if you're really serious about writing and you really want your stuff to be like, you know, a perfect product as far as, when it comes to, even grammar and just mistakes, error free, this and that. All that takes a lot of work. Shoot. And making sure that there's no holes or whatever. Not that he should have holes in his real life story, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. But I like the fact that he already got it to an editor, a publisher. That was pretty cool. What's up, Stephen Harris? Cinder One. How you doing? All right, guys. So here's the quote of the episode that I'm taking. It's nothing. It's just cute. Okay. So beauty of the week is priceless. I'm just going to agree with Darnell about this. All right. That Jet magazine, y'all. Nostalgic. Okay. But here's my thing. I want to know why Emmett keeps stressing that Damien is his half brother and why he had a problem with him coming to Thanksgiving. All right. I honestly thought that they were bonding a little bit, especially over like the money problems and the issues and how Damien is trying to help him, how Damien went to talk to Duda for him and, all of this stuff. I thought they were bonding. I didn't think that he was still trying to call him a random ninja and, oh, he's my half brother, this and that. And it's so funny. Like, Emmett is truly a hypocrite. I love Emmett, guys. Please don't get me wrong. I love him. But I don't care how much I love a character. If I want to call him out, I'm calling him out. So He is a hypocrite, okay? Remember, he got 50 11 kids by 50 11 baby mamas. It's only 3 and 3, but you know, I'm just playing. Now, that's still a lot, though. He has no issue with, bringing his baby mamas and his children around his little living. What is she? I was gonna say wife, but that's not his wife. His living girlfriend, with the wifely duties. However, when Nuck comes around, he doesn't want a reminder that this is Keisha's baby father, right? He don't want a reminder of that. I don't need, she's like, this is my son's father. Please don't remind me. In last week's episode, Nuck was like, this is my son, right? He like, I don't need you to keep saying it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you're so weird, Emmett. So here's the part where I'm bringing it to a head here, guys. Um, the part where he's a hypocrite is that he keeps reminding his father, or keeps saying, "Oh, my brother he's my half brother. He's my half brother," right? And Darnell keeps telling him like, "Stop saying that." You know what I mean? So it may not exactly correlate, but for me it does. It is just showing all types of hypocrisy. And if you want to just even talk about the baby mamas, how they just been all in the same room together and everybody's been getting along, yet he can't get along with Nuck. I don't want to break bread with this nigga. Like, really? He's so immature and childish sometimes. Like, ugh, it's just annoying. I don't know. Sometimes I kind of want her to just, guys, I'm gonna say something bad, okay? Just give it to me, all right? Let me do what I want to do. Let her just slide off with Nuck real quick. I know that's not the right thing to say, but at this point, like, Emmett is getting on my nerves. And it's not like he never got cheated on before. We saw Tiff do it to him. So, I mean, look, I could stand it again. I just don't want nobody to delete the ninja. But, yeah, go on, Keisha. Shoot. Go on and double back. Anybody else doing it, he did it with you. Might as well. Shoot. He was freaking uh, having fantasy sex with Keisha while he was married to freaking Tiff. So I don't really care when Emmett gets played. I think it's a little sad at the same time, but I always remember like you kind of getting what you know what I'm saying, what you gave. That's all. So anyway, all right. So a scratching my head moment, guys, was why hasn't Jake and Gemma spoken in a few weeks? I don't remember there being any kind of, argument or nothing like that. If there was, y'all can, remind me. I just don't remember. And the last time I saw them, they were at the Halloween party. Seemed to be okay, I guess, right? Or were they? The girl was there. He let the girl come, Tatiana, the woman, should I say. And Gemma was there as well. And I don't think I saw them speak, but maybe that was the whole thing that started it off. I don't know, y'all. Whatever. Okay, so next, guys, real quick, it seems to me like they're writing Nina off the show because they got her going around the world with LaPortia. All right. In a way, I'm glad that they're doing this because, to be honest, I was not about to be here for that whole storyline. So I'm glad they're not making a thing of it. Yes. Anyway, we're going to move on because I don't care. There's a lot of stuff that I did not care about, so you will not hear me mention it. And if I do mention it, it's going to be a sentence probably or two, and we moving the freak on, okay? Now, next, Lene tells Bakari that Brittany is working for Duda to spy on him. How did she hear this? Of course, through her girls. What's their names again, y'all? Maisha and Gemma, okay? Unfortunately, and I don't really want to say unfortunately, but like, I don't know. It was like a moment that it was just this moment. I feel like that. What is her name? Brittany was trying to have a moment with the girls and just kind of bare her heart to them and say, this is what's going on. She confessed something to them. So for them to kind of go back and say something to Lene, I don't know how I feel about that, y'all. I think that I guess it was the right thing to do. Bakari needs to know. He really does. I love Bakari, so he does need to know. But they advised Brittany to tell Bakari herself. So for them to go ahead and tell Lene, that was kind of stupid or backwards to me, because Lene, she was not gonna continue to like keep that. She wasn't gonna keep that to herself. She's like, y'all know I have to tell Bakari. So they's just like, okay, don't let him know that it was from us, and that's that. So when she does tell Bakari, he's really upset. He's like, how do you know? Because he doesn't believe it, which is very, very stupid, by the way. I'm sorry. Now I gotta start yelling because that's stupid. Remember we talked about this, y'all? Remember we talked about how Bianca knew exactly who the heck told Duda about the whole, oh, the relationship is transactional thing, right? Yet Bakari couldn't understand, or it didn't register to him automatically, like right away. It didn't register to him when Duda brought up to him that he's writing a book. It didn't register to him that that's where he got the information from. That floors me, y'all. So even in that moment, he's acting like a freaking idiot, talking about, I don't believe that. Think! My gosh. Don't, please. You know what? I'm going to shut my mouth because I be trying not to come at, certain things. Like, the show and all that. I really be trying my best. That's why sometimes, like, with my members, I could let loose. But like this, I got to hold back some things, y'all. But oh my gosh, I be pissed. Okay, y'all. So, Dom and Jamal are about to get it in, okay? But Dom says that she's tired of messing with broke ninjas, but still winds up taking the ninja back to her crib, okay, so he can hit. All right, and it was just like, wow, girl, all that talk for nothing? And you want to tell this ninja who's in a halfway house talking about something, all right, but you just got to do better. He said he's trying to do better, honey. All you got to do is do better because you clearly got mileage and you brought that up, right? You want to sit there trying to act like you tired. You know what I'm saying? Like the kitty is tired of driving all over the world or letting ninjas drive, but you still let a ninja drive. At the end of the day, you doing all of that talking, and when he's, talking all close to you and saying the little sweet nothings, look, I believe Jamal. I like Jamal personally, okay? But she don't know him. And I'm not trying to say don't give a dude that comes out of jail, like, don't give him a second chance. People deserve second chances. And, but I feel like the red flag there is him trying to hit after he's claiming to be a born again Christian. And she brought it up too, but she didn't mind. Okay. Woo. And he told me something, I pray over everything before I eat. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I can't with the blaspheme. Woo, child. Okay, guys. Okay. Now, you gotta move the heck on. So Brittany gave up Nuck guys to do that. That's what it appears to be. Okay. We didn't hear when he called her in there, like, listen, I paid you money. So what's up? Like, what the heck is going on? She's like, listen, I'm trying to find out more information, but there's nothing to find out. Like, he's not doing anything. You don't need to watch him. You need to watch somebody else. And she's like, he's like, okay, so who? Because he put his blicky on the table and everything. He's like, who? Mind you, this is after Roz done told him to, send a message, right? So they're just trying to make everything, like, just suspenseful. So he puts the blicky on the table and she's like, you need to be watching somebody else. But if I tell you who, I don't want to spy on my brother anymore. And he said that depends on what you tell me. So, it's a cut scene. We don't get to hear what she says or who she says, but later on, we see him talking to Nuck and saying, talking about betrayal and stuff like that, and then tells him to square up with him. And it was so corny, like it was so corny, y'all. I mean, it was almost a laughable scene because there was just not enough dialogue. It was so corny. Like, Nuck automatically, this is somebody that you're supposedly scared of, or you act scared of him sometime, and then you're loyal, all of this. But then as soon as he want to square up with you, you like, all right, you ready, old man? Come on, old man. Like, what? Like, and then you get your behind handed to you by this old man. And listen, don't get me wrong. I know sometimes some old folks know how to hold it down. And Duda is in shape, and I wouldn't say he that old. But it was just a hot freaking clowny mess. Okay? It was circus time in the Shy. And yeah. So Duda beats the heck out of him, then benches him, right? He tells Nuck that he's benched, like I said, until he can trust him again, or until he feels that he can trust him again. I was so happy that he didn't delete him, right? Because he can't though, right? Not now. Then he goes to Pound Town on Bianca. It was just like a bunch of like scenes that was just like, okay, guys, like what? He's pounding Bianca to the point where I wasn't even sure that it was Duda, because he just finished beating up Nuck. The next thing you know, he's pounding on Bianca. And then later on, he offers the number 2 job to Thirsty Zay and tells him that he'll be working on the holiday. Okay? Then, y'all, Emmett. Okay, so we're going to move fast, right? So next, Emmett gets a text from Duda saying time's up. All right? Then the car blows up. The car blows up. I feel like I said Clar. Sorry. Then the car blows up outside, and he's frantic while I was in disbelief. Okay. He frantic. I'm in disbelief. All right. And this is because we saw Keisha saying, come on, I'm about to go in the car. I'm waiting in the car. Come on. He's like, all right, give me 2 minutes. So we think she goes to the car, and so does Emmett, thinking she went to the car. So, like I said, we hear the bomb go off, and I'm looking, you see the car seat and everything, and I was like, oh my freaking gosh, no, that can't be. It's not them, it's not them, it's not them. And Emmett is like, no, 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 somebody help. I felt so bad for him. I was like, this is not good, right? But then we see Keisha and the baby come outside. They come from, inside. He turns around, and he was like, oh my gosh, of course he was relieved. All right. All right. But so here's what I have to say about this, guys. This is the reason why I didn't delete Nuck. And I'm talking about from a writer's standpoint. And this is how I feel. Okay. So this is where Nuck gets activated. Remember, I kept saying Nuck is going to be behind the downfall of Duda. I kept calling it since last season. So I don't know if that's going to happen. That's just a theory that I'm sticking with. And the whole fact that he's now the father of the baby, this is how he's going to get pulled in. Somebody that's supposed to be so loyal to Duda, this is how he's going to turn on Duda, because now you messing with my kid. Okay? Yes, he loves Keisha. He absolutely loves Keisha, but that baby, oh, you messing with my baby? You put a bomb in a car that my baby be riding in? Oh, nigga, you lost your mind now, right? So I'm feeling like this is where Nuck gets activated, because once he hears this, it should be on. It should be. If it's not going to be on, then guess what? They are dropping the ball, all right? They got some freaking Butterfingers and all of that. They just dropping the ball, y'all. All right. So, like I said earlier, the end of this episode gave me anxiety. But I also, like, before this happened with the whole bomb thing, I thought that something was going to happen to Rob. The way his mother kept sending him to the freaking store like that. I was like, stop sending him to the store. Like, I was I was going crazy. Because I'm starting to like Rob. Before I know we a lot of us were kind of predicting when he first came around, he was just such a mystery. It was like weird. Like, why is this guy like this? Like he's always high, so you don't know the real him because he's high all the time. We don't know if he got anger issues. We don't know what the heck is going to happen because they were giving us that type of energy, in my opinion. All right. But she's like, oh, you didn't have the sage or whatever. I don't know if that's really what it was. Then, oh, you don't have no the cranberry. I need organic cranberries. So he's going to the store. I said, oh my gosh. First of all, when it was 3 times, okay, she sends him out. Robert, go outside and get the bags, okay? So he goes outside. I said, they better not make us hear no gunshots while he's outside, okay? Do not bring this man through that ordeal that he went through just to freaking delete him. Please don't do that. But at this time, I just don't know what the heck to believe. This is why I'm saying I believe the writers are trying to head fake. They're trying to head fake us, y'all. I really think that this episode proved to me that that's what it's going to be. All right. So that was the first time. Go outside, Robert. Right. Then Robert got to go to the freaking store after he tells his mom, listen, we got the cranberry in the can. No, I don't eat out of the can. Go get me some organic cranberries. So they like go to the store. I'm like, oh my gosh, no, stop this. Okay, so I'm like, okay, good. Everything seems like it's all right now, right? Her and Tiff are, doing their thing. They bonding and stuff like that. She over Tiff like, you want smoke, da da da, and all of that. So later on, we get to, back to them. We had a couple of scenes and we get back to them. And then she's like, where's the mustard and all this? He said, they didn't put it in the bag. I thought it was in the bag. Oh, that means you have to go back to the store. He was like, I ain't going back to the store. And I'm like, yes, stand on that. Stand on that. Please stand on that. She's like, yes, you are. You're going back to the store, Robert. And then you got, what's the name saying? Go back to the store, Tiff. I was like, oh my freaking gosh. They sending this man to his death. What are they doing to me? Yo, this freaking episode had me so daggone anxious. And I know that I put in the community tab, like, I wasn't sure if I was going to be awake, if I was going to fall asleep during it or whatever. But, like, no. If I'm anxious, I'm not sleeping, y'all. So, oh my gosh. That's really all I have. So, I'm going to look and see what you guys are talking about because, oh my gosh, I just cannot. Sunbates, what's up? Yes, he was cool the whole time. Okay, I loved it. Before his laid back demeanor really like rubbed me the wrong way, but like it's obviously we know now he's good people's, and as you're saying right here, the friendship between him, I like it. It's really cute. But you know, listen, they're making the best out of their situation. The whole ghetto black Brady Bunch thing. Like, listen, they making the best out of it. I like it actually. Okay, you said, but I did think Rob was about to die. Yeah, it was just too crazy. Sender one says I was getting irritated with the store runs. Yep. Okay. It was foreshadowed in another season that Nook would be involved. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, and that's why I've been saying it for such a long time. And to the point where I started to wonder, well, maybe it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? But then it was just too much that kept happening between, Nuck and everything. And then we'll see him talking to Keisha. And I'm like, you know what? Something is going to happen. I don't know what it is. Something has to get Nuck activated. And I wasn't sure what it would have been. I saw his connection to Keisha, how he has a soft spot for her, and how he's also feels guilty for what happened to her when she got abducted. So I felt like if Duda tried to lay a hand on Keisha, that would activate him. But oh my gosh, a child? Wow. What activates a parent more? Okay. They got it. All right. Stephen Harris said even Nuck should have been gone, not because they're bad character, but because their storyline naturally ended a while ago. Right. And I feel like they've done that with a lot of these characters. They just extended their storylines. It didn't really make much sense for them to be around. But, I like what they're doing with Nuck's character. I'm not going to lie. Even with Bakari, it was like, what are we, not just I mean, Bakari was the side character. He was a bully, like a troubled kid and all that. I couldn't stand him. But then to kind of bring him into the fold and do what they did with him, I'm cool with it. But I don't like where it looks like they're going, where he's got this whole character arc going on just to, like, what? To hurt us with his possible death. I don't know. But once again, might be a head fake, y'all. Might be a head fake. All the facts. The reason there are so many characters on the show now, the Shy doesn't know when to say goodbye to a storyline. In all honesty, Duda, Bakari, Lene, Jamel, I think it's Jamal, LaPortia, Candy character, and maybe, yeah, like what is all of that for? Like, why LaPortia here? Like the brat, like what you girl go sit down somewhere with Judy, like, and I love the brat, but it's like, girl, no, it's just stupid. Ugh, don't get me started, Stephen Harris, please. Cinder One says we haven't seen Nook actually do anything. Yeah. Duda makes the show entertaining. I'm glad they dragged it. He can only be deleted in the season finale. He's too important. I think he can go. He's been here too long. For a villain to be around as long as he has, it's very unnecessary in my opinion. And the fact that nobody has done anything, all these killers, okay? All these niggas that done killed somebody ain't lay a hand or sent a bullet Duda's way. The dudes that actually had the heart to go after him wasn't even dudes that put in that kind of work or a part of that kind of life, which was Rob and Emmett. How does that make sense? How does that make sense? And this is not coming at you, Slim Bates. This is the show. This is me talking about the show pretty much, and the whole Duda storyline, which is way too dragged out for me. Okay, it's way too freaking dragged out. This ninja done deleted a pastor. You know what I'm saying? He done beat down a politician, which was Marcus. Got away with it. You know, and then after what's his name? Trig told him, don't come back, okay? Because I got this evidence for you behind. Nigga still came back. Nothing happened to him. Instead, what did he do? He freaking deleted Q and then asked this dude Trig to be an accomplice. Like, what are we doing? What the heck are we doing right now? So no, dragging it out is really a bit much, and it's very, very ridiculous. Like, that's when you start killing good villains and storylines and all of this, when you just doing the most. Like that's stupid. And somebody like Trig, who's like literally fearless, you mean to tell me you can't put this nigga down? That makes no sense to me. I'm sorry. It makes no sense. Somebody like Bakari, well, I don't really want to say Bakari because Bakari, we can't really call him a deleter, but he did, you know, take out Ronnie, but that was for supposedly vengeance for his best friends. And after that, we didn't see Bakari do anything else. Yeah, we did see him pull out stuff. We did see him get angry, but it's not like he went on like a deletion spree or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? So no, y'all, no, no. Because let me tell you something. I will say this. He is an interesting character, Duda. Very, very, very interesting. That actor is doing good. He's doing great to me. I think he is entertaining. However, for all of these people to hate him, for him to be terrorizing all of these people and nobody does nothing, and a lot of these people have taken lives, and for nothing to happen, that's corny. That's freaking corny. I'm sorry. And then we did have Trig going out to look for him and nothing happened. Like, why? Because Bakari said if you kill him, you become him? No, not necessarily. Come on now. We ain't gonna play these kind of games. This is a necessary deletion. Okay, I don't want to keep saying KI double hockey sticks. This is a necessary deletion. We're not gonna keep doing this. The heck going on? Anyway, LSW got good. I ain't talk about this thing. See, this is what I'm saying, girl. Like, it was just some things that was like, I ain't even gonna talk about this nonsense because I don't even understand this storyline either, child. Like, so she says Kenya wants Zay to be a father to her son, and she doesn't realize he is really in the streets. So that's my thing, though. She does know that he's in the streets. Like, she says, remember last week's episode? She was talking about, what did you do today? Why were you late or whatever? And he said, I don't want to tell you or talk about it or whatever. And he said, what did you do? She said it wasn't nothing illegal. So she knows that this ninja is out there like that. Yet she's being freaking stupid. Like, why would you still give him the time of day? Talking about, would you be a good father to my son or something like that? A good role model. I loved his answer, though. It depends on who you want your son to be. I don't care for Zay, but that answer was real. Who you want your son to be? Shoot. Okay? Because I could be a role model now. It just depends. Dummy. Freaking dummy. Just a bunch of dummies walking around the Shy. Shout out to the Shy, the real Shy. Not this. Not this freaking... It's too late, y'all. Y'all gonna have me, you know... I'm about to quote DMX, but we gonna relax, okay? She's looking for a pappy. I'm the pappy. Definitely looking for a pappy. Before, the crazy thing is she didn't even want to tell the other dude, what's his name? At one point, Papa, she didn't really want to tell him that. He had to come walking up to the house, She kind of like, what she do? She was like a no-show to the date or to the dance. Didn't even tell him, listen, I have a child. But now with Zay, it's just all out in the open and everything, So I don't know, y'all. So one storyline that I didn't really give two craps about was the fact that what is his name? Trig, he goes back to find Fatima and begs her to come home. Like, man, if you don't just go back and be Trig, he done left. My thing is he left we saw him leaving the whole politician game behind. Okay. He's like, I can't be trying to advocate for mental health when I'm about to lose my mind. I totally understand it. Okay. But now you're trying to go after this daggone person who don't approve of the person that you are deep down inside. Like, when it's time, you might spring into action any given time. We don't really know. Maybe because it's necessary. Like, I don't really look at Trig as somebody who's a killer. I look at him as somebody now who used to be that, but more so now he's more like a I don't want to say Robin Hood. I want to choose somebody that's a little more violent, kind of like a vigilante type of person, who is willing to get violent for the good of the people. And I feel like, that's who he is. And that's the whole reason why he got into this whole politician crap in the first place, to be city council and all of that, because he was protecting the hood and he was doing what he needed to do to, clean the streets or get these freaking knuckleheads off the streets. So if she can't understand that, the journalist, get the step in. Shoot. Get him a freaking person that understands what's going on and what kind of, partner he needs. Because I'm tired of this nonsense. When we done? Like, we got the season finale. Somebody saying something about a season finale next episode. That's totally fine. But when we gonna get the series finale, okay? Series finale. So we could get off this mother freaking ride. All right? Now, I'm not trying to bash it. I'm sorry if that may seem that way. But this is my freaking opinion. And at some point, you got to know when to say enough is enough. And make sure that the story or the show ends off on a good note. Like, you just bringing all of these freaking characters in. Mess around, The Shy is going to have 20 seasons. And I don't know if I'll still be on the daggone ride at that point. I'm trying to see this thing through now, y'all. I am. Oh boy. LSW says he is going to owe Alicia a favor. Who is that? Who's he? Who's gonna owe Alicia a favor? Are you talking about? Oh, you talking about Trig, right? Yeah, absolutely. And she playing a long game too, which is annoying as well. Like, for somebody that's supposed to be so freaking dangerous, the game that she's playing, like, we don't have time for the long game. Do you want vengeance or not? Like, this is what I'm talking about, y'all. Do you want vengeance or not? Just let me know if I'm too loud. I'm sorry, because I know the mic is right here. I just don't get it. And I understand, no, you don't rush stuff. That's amazing. But at the same time, like, your brother got deleted a long freaking time ago, girl. And instead of sending some real hitters, you send your son? And then when he gets popped, you try to act like you care about him so much? Well, I do believe she loves her son. But listen, she needs some lessons on how to be a mother that don't be trying to put her son in danger, because that was really, really stupid. Okay? And that now you're so concerned and you want to take him out the hospital and do this and do that. Like, girl, come on now. You know daggone well you shouldn't have sent him after them hitters. I don't know what the heck happened in your relationship where you felt like you couldn't give him that 100,000 or however much money he needed. But child, come on now. Really? I gotta get ready to get out of here, y'all. If you got any last words, speak now or forever hold your peace, because a girl is about to get the heck up out of here. Okay? So I did see Power, and I'm gonna have to do my first reaction recap for that. I'm totally backed up on the rewatch for what is that show? Breaking Bad. But, you know, I'm trying to work things out with this new schedule that I have. And I'm just glad that I made it tonight to do the recap for The Shy. So now I don't have to worry about it. So whatever I'm going to do on Tuesday, I'm going to do on Tuesday, right? So whether that's House of Dragon or an episode of Breaking Bad, I don't freaking know. But it's open, so I'm glad about that. All right, but anyway, guys, that was my thoughts on the episode. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload more videos like this one. Until next time, take care and be blessed, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you everybody that was here tonight. LSW, Slim Bates, Stephen Harris, Kenny G's Gaming, OT Lungs was in the building. Did I say Cinder One? All you good people, thank you so much for being here. Rashonda Greer, Michelle Wilder. Have a good night, y'all. Bye-bye.